Hey, is this thing working? Hello? Sorry, if I'm live right now, I don't know. I actually don't remember how to do this. Um, to be honest, I didn't even know what Streamlabs was until a couple hours ago. So, hi Nintendo Prime community. This is weird. I was told that I guess start at the beginning. Um, for starters, I don't recognize any of you guys in the chat. Like, I probably should recognize Corey. It looks like he's a moderator. No idea who you are, Corey. Well, as the title of the stream says, I almost did the unthinkable. And what's an unthinkable thing? Like, if you think about in life, what's an unthinkable thing? 2 nights ago, I tried to kill myself. Feels weird saying it out loud. The reason I'm having a hard time remembering you guys or remembering Nintendo Prime, remembering how to do any of this. Like, this is like a Nintendo Switch. I don't know what a Nintendo Switch is. I hit my head pretty hard. So what I've been told is I tried to drive my car off a bridge. And just before I was about to do it, I pulled the e-brake to pull up, flew into a ditch, and hit my head really, really hard on the steering wheel. And since then, I have basically lost, in my mind, the last 5 years of my life. There's some bits and pieces, some fragments that are slowly coming back to me. Give you one of the scariest examples. Forgetting about Nintendo Prime, because this happened in the last 5 years, I guess. I forgot about my youngest son, who's only 4 years old. The last I remember, my fiance was pregnant. And now I have a 4-year-old son that I felt like I met for the first time yesterday. So a lot's been going on. And as I piece my life back together and try to figure this whole thing out, figure out where I go from here, figure out what the hell Nintendo... Like, I don't even know how to edit a video, guys. I opened up Adobe Premiere, which I think it's a video editing program. I'm pretty sure it's a video editing program because it's open on my computer right now with a video file in it. I don't know how to do anything. It looks like a foreign language to me right now. It took me a little bit to even figure out how to turn this camera on for some reason, even though it's just a flip of a switch. I had no idea what I was doing. Luckily, the microphone's working because I don't know how to use the mixer. Because I know that's a mixer. I've seen a mixer before. I don't know how to use it, but thankfully everything's already hooked up. And my fiance told me that when I do streams, I use a program called Streamlabs, and that's what I opened up a couple hours ago to try to figure out how to stream to you guys, because she thinks it is good to me to stream to you guys, because apparently one way I have dealt with processing things in the last 5 years is to talk to you guys, some complete strangers on the internet who follow a YouTube channel. So I figured that I would talk to you guys today and sort things out. The weird thing is, I'm really happy. Is that a strange feeling to have after everything? I'm really happy because 5 years ago I was really happy. I loved my life 5 years ago. What I remember, I was 28 years old. Yeah, I had a pregnant fiance. We lived in a little 2-bedroom apartment. We had 2 kids, third on the way. Things were great. I was so happy with everything in my life. And what's interesting is that the cutoff point for my memory, or where I can remember things clearly anyways, is at 5 years. Roughly 5 years. I mean, I don't know exactly, like the exact day, the first day that I remember. But it's interesting because for the last 5 years, I have kind of gone in a downward spiral. I don't think with you guys. I don't think. I was told that Nintendo Prime is something I did for fun, that I enjoy this. So I think it had more so to do with my life. My fiance has depression. She was at a really low point about 6 years ago, and I tried to protect her from that low point. And as I helped her get out of it and get out of her depression and better herself, I started hiding things from her. Things that I thought she couldn't deal with at the time. Things that I thought would upset her. There weren't like these super bad things, but there were stresses and things that I was dealing with personally that normally you would share with your partner so they can help you deal with it, but I wasn't doing it because I didn't think she could deal with it. Because she was having a hard time dealing with just her own stuff. So for 5 years, I let that stuff pile up. And it led to me being a bitter man. It led to me being kind of a piece of shit from what I'm recollecting and what my fiance's told me. And it led to obviously me crashing my car. And it feels weird because I looked on Facebook, looked on Nintendo Prime, and I saw that I announced I was getting married like on the 10th, like a week ago, 6 days ago. Interesting. Like, I should be so happy about getting married. But I wasn't. And it wasn't because of her. It was because of me. I don't remember everything. Things are slowly coming back. Just today was, yesterday I didn't remember Nintendo Prime. Today I at least remember that I make YouTube videos. It's been a whirlwind because before I crashed my car 2 days ago, I went in for a doctor's appointment. So what I've just been told for my heart and a scan on something that they saw in my last thing, and apparently I'm cleared with my heart now. Yay, I can do all normal activities. I can do manual labor. I can do whatever. I'm cleared. I'm 100% healthy heart-wise. That's great because apparently I had a heart attack. Multiple heart attacks. That caught me off guard. But what they told me, they did some scans and some labs. When I got home, I got a phone call, supposedly, to what I've been told, from I gotta plug my phone in. It's actually dying. I got a phone call from the nurse at my doctor at the hospital that I was at, getting all my work done, and I was told that I had stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and I had 3 to 6 months to live. That's probably that's some hard news to take, I assume. And you would think that's why I killed myself or tried to kill myself. Obviously, I'm still here. But I didn't have stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Turns out that somebody mixed up the labs. I'm actually fine, and it's just scar tissue from my hernia surgery. So that's good news. I don't have pancreatic cancer. I got to think I was going to die for a little bit, but I don't. And a whirlwind of events obviously have happened since then, from me trying to kill myself to losing my memory now, to a realization as my memories come back that I have not been me for 5 years. I don't know if you guys can believe that, because you guys don't know me on a deeply personal level, but I haven't been me for 5 years. My fiance has stated that, well, she's kind of miserable. I'm going to be honest right now. My fiance is miserable. She's absolutely miserable right now. So I could say this, I guess. The wedding is postponed for now. Obviously with everything going on, it had to be postponed, but that's besides the point. The larger point here is that she's miserable because I am now acting like I did 5 years ago. I'm acting happy. I'm acting like I love my life. I am being a 20 billion times better father to my children than apparently I've been the last 5 years. I am going to church, for crying out loud. I went to church today. I never go to church. I went to church today and I was happy about it. I have been just smiling a lot and just so thankful for everything in my life, and like putting together like this office thing. This is crazy. I have a studio in my house, guys. I have a damn studio in my house. This is freaking sweet. I don't remember how to edit videos. I don't remember how to do anything in this studio, but I have a freaking studio. Apparently I have a whole bunch of Nintendo Switch crap, but I don't have a Switch. I was told I sold it or something, but what is going on? I have this amazing life, and I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with everything. And I don't know. It's a strange feeling to be so happy, but then watch people around me be confused at the happiness. Like, there's all these things I'm feeling, all these things that are true about who I am as a person, the love I have for Yulia. Like, God, I love her. And I'm sure I loved her all the way through the last 5 years of my life. Even as I was acting like a piece of shit, right? Even as I was not me, not the true me. I was a broken down version of me that hid things from everyone that mattered to me. I told Yulia nothing about how I've been feeling the last 5 years, about anything important, anything that matters. And that made me just a miserable person. It made me depressed. I was depressed, and I couldn't admit it. You think I'd just go crash my car on a whim? I think I'm just like, you know what, today I'm going to go crash my car and try to kill myself. That sounds like a good idea. A normal, sane person doesn't do that. I had to have been depressed. Now, do I feel depressed right now? No, of course I don't feel depressed right now. I told you guys, I feel happy. That's the weird thing about it. When you erase all the bad crap from the last 5 years, and all you have are the amazing memories I had from the first 3 years of Yulia and I's relationship, I'm happy as hell, but everyone else around me doesn't seem to be sharing in that happiness, and it's such a weird feeling. I have a wonderful, beautiful, amazing fiance, that so-called fiance, I guess, as she called herself in the chat, that is confused. I don't know if confused is the right word. Maybe that's not a good way to put it. Confused is probably not a good way to put it. She just doesn't know what to do about any of it. Because here I am, suddenly being the person that she fell in love with years ago, and just being the true me that made her so happy and brought happiness to our daughter's life and Aiden's life. And I don't know if I was ever this person with Ollie, but I hope I wasn't, or at least for parts of the last 5 years. And it's like I'm back to being that person again after 5 years of burying shit and getting depressed. And she doesn't know what to do with that. She doesn't know what to do with that. It was easier, I think, for her when I was a depressed, miserable mess. It was easier for her when I was that way. Because it made her more sure about some things in life. Not necessarily so sure about marrying me and stuff like that, but sure about other things going on in our lives. She was much more sure about things when I was this hot, miserable mess that wasn't being the man I should be. And now here I am, back to being the man I always wanted to be. And she doesn't know what to do about it. She does not know what to do with that. And I don't know what to do with it either. Here I am on this YouTube channel talking into, 70 plus people. And I don't even know what I'm doing. It took me like an hour plus to figure out how to even do this. And I don't even know what to say because this is a channel about a video game system that I don't even remember playing. I don't know anything about Nintendo Switch. Right now, anyways. Someone told me today that Breath of the Wild, whatever the hell that is my favorite Zelda game of all time. I don't remember playing any stinking Breath of the Wild. And it's kind of frustrating when you have some positive memories that you don't remember. It's bad enough when, it's good to not remember the negative stuff, right? I think all of us would love to just get hit in the head and forget all the bad shit in life. I think a lot of people would like that. I'm sure my loving Yulia, fiance, girlfriend thing would love to have something just smack her in the head quick and have her not remember any bad crap in her life and just be happy. But that's just not the way reality usually works. And even for me, I'm remembering things. I'm starting to remember some of the really shitty things I've done the last 5 years. Also remembering some of the really amazing things that have happened in the last 5 years. And one thing I am remembering is that who I was leading into the attempted suicide. There's no other way to say it. It was an attempt at suicide. Leading into that attempt at suicide, I'm remembering that I clearly was somebody who was not myself. I was holding everything in instead of sharing it with the one person in my life that I trust entirely with everything that I am because I wanted to protect her. And what was I protecting her from? I thought I was protecting her from herself, but that's not really what I was protecting her from. I was protecting her from what I thought would lead to her being depressed more. And in the process, I became a person that made her miserable. I became a person that she stuck with for the last 5 years because of the moments that we had that I was myself. There were moments. I remember going on a walk with her. I don't think it was that long ago. And we were laughing and holding hands and cracking jokes and smiling and saying we loved each other. And everything was great. And it was those moments, I think, that she was holding on to the hope that I could become the man I once was again. That, hey, this is the Nate I fell for. Where the fuck has he been? And that's not the way I have been most days. I have done things like overwork. Overwork's a big one. I focused on the YouTube channel, focused on Zelda Informer, focused on other jobs and other stuff, and was working so much that my family got abused and didn't get time. There was Yulia and I having time to even date, that crap didn't happen. Like, where was the time for Yulia and I? We didn't even get to see each other much at night. She would either be passed out before I even came to bed because I'm working so late, or I think, I'm not actually sure on that one. I think that, or she was gone at like a family member's house or something because I was working so late. Why would she bother to be home to spend time with me? Why would we bother to have babysitters? I think I remember a long period of time where we didn't even have a babysitter. We didn't try to have a babysitter because we weren't trying to spend time together. I was just focused on making money. And I remember some of those paycheck days. It was nice. It was nice getting $4,000 or $5,000 per paycheck. It was sweet. And given the current financial situation, it sure would be sweet to get another one of those paychecks. But it came at a cost. It came at a cost of my family. It came at a cost of my happiness. And our happiness as a couple. Our happiness as a family. I mean, this didn't just affect her. Like, Yulia's in the chat right now. Thank you for tuning in, babe. You know I love you. You know how crazy this stuff has been, and I'm just really spotty. But it came at the cost of my life. It came at the cost of who I am as a person. And it didn't just affect her. It affected our kids. And that hurts. That part stings. Yeah, I am pissed at myself that I became this piece of shit that treated Yulia like she didn't know. I treated her like she couldn't handle life. So I had to do it for her. And that is such a terrible thing to do. Such a terrible thing to do, to think that I am such a all-knowing person that I know what's best at all times. And I don't. I don't know what's best at all times. I've never known what's best at all times. And with our kids, they didn't get the love from me that they deserved. Of course, I loved them, but they didn't get the dad they deserve. The happy dad, the one that shows up at their kids' church, because my kids go to a Catholic school system and they have mass at 8:30 a.m. on Wednesdays, and I'm sitting at home. Why wasn't I at mass with my kids, supporting the religious growth in their life that I do believe in, even if I believed at one point that I didn't deserve God's love and that I let him down? I believe in it. And why wasn't I there showing my kids how important religion is? I just wasn't. I wasn't doing that with Yulia either. Like, God was not part of our life, part of our relationship, part of my kids' lives. It was kind of thrust upon them with Catholic schools, I believe, because I probably thought it was a great idea to send them there. And that's that. That was really the end of it. We never really had religion involved in anything. And that's on me. I'm a piece of shit father for that. I saw my daughter today. Because I went to mass this morning. We had to drop my car. The car I crashed off at the shop to get some work done, get the brakes fixed. And I saw my daughter at the church this morning. And when she saw me, she didn't see me till the end of mass. Walking back with her class and her teacher. Through the church, out the back entrance to go back to the school. She had this smile on her face that I'll never forget. It is seared into like that part of your memory where there are just certain things you never forget. And that smile was one of love. It was one of care. It was one of, she's glad to see me. She was surprised to see me. She didn't think that there was a chance in hell that I would ever show up at church for her. And it feels like the first time in 5 years, at least, I don't know, based on what I can remember from the past 5 years, it feels like the first time in 5 years I really showed up for one of my kids. I'm sure I've gone to other school events or parent-teacher conferences, but like for something that you don't have to do as a parent, it's optional. Most parents are going to be working in the morning, aren't going to be able to go to math, but I'm not. I showed up for my kid today when she didn't expect me to, and that was such an amazing feeling for her and an amazing feeling for me. And I I've been making a lot of mistakes for a long time. I'm sure I've made mistakes on this channel, for crying out loud. I don't even remember most of the crap I've done on this channel because I barely remember the Nintendo Switch. But apparently, I really like Breath of the Wild. I'm looking over. I got what is that? Limited edition Breath of the Wild that must have been at launch. And then I have like 2 other boxes that say Breath of the Wild on. Man, I must have really liked Breath of the Wild. I know I was big into Zelda. I remember Zelda Informer. I was actually working there 5 years ago. I didn't even know what Nintendo Prime was. Yeah, you're right, babe. I'm only vaguely remembering bits and pieces as I go back through some old videos to try to remember what was going on. Like, how am I supposed to continue the channel if I don't remember what the hell's going on in video games? And you read news and it all looks foreign to you because you don't even know what the Switch is. What, Yuli? What did I say? It's hard. Like, and this is the crazy thing about how hard all this crap is that I'm going through. I'm happy. Like, how fucked up is that? Like, I tried to kill myself. I've been a shitty person for 5 years. Buried everything. Treated my love of my life like shit. Treated my kids like shit. And yet here I am. You remembered how to add donations? I didn't add any donations. What's donation? I remembered how to add donations. I don't even think did I talk about donations during the stream? I don't even think I brought up donations during the stream. Oh, someone, yeah, I don't know. And so one thing I do want to say is I want to apologize to everyone that's in the stream right now, in the chat, that I don't remember any of you. I'm sure some of you guys are regulars on my streams or my videos, and I don't know who the hell you are, and I'm sorry. Hopefully it'll come back to me as I read comment sections. I know Discord's a thing. I was using that back on Zelda Informer, and I have a Discord channel there that has things. Apparently I have a thing called a Patreon that people support. I don't know what that is. I have to try to remember. I haven't gone to the Patreon page yet to look it up. It's weird. It's like, I shouldn't be happy. That's the thing. I feel like I shouldn't be happy, but I am, because I have so much great, like, this life. Look at this damn studio. Yo, God, this is like a dream. Look at this big ass TV. You guys see? Hold on. Let's turn the camera here. Look at that big ass TV. When the hell did we get that? And why am I not using it? When the heck did I get a Giannis jersey? He was like a rookie last I remember. What the? Are the Bucks good now? This is like... Like, where the hell does this desk come from? This desk that my computer stuff's on, I remember this. My dad got me this when I worked for him as a junior technical analyst. Where the hell did this desk come from? I don't remember anything in this room. But I'm amazed by it, because like when I worked at Zelda Informer, this is kind of what I wanted. I wanted this. I have a mini fridge. What the fuck am I doing with the mini fridge? Unless we want to keep all the booze or something. No, it's probably empty. I have no idea. I've got 3 printers. Why the hell do I have 3 printers? Like, this is amazing to me. I had this amazing space that I dreamed of when I was at Zelda Informer. And now here I am with this Nintendo Prime thing. Vaguely, barely remember what it is. And I have all this going for me. I have a beautiful family. Like, holy crap. I don't know if you guys have met my kids. Maybe they've been on a video or something. I have no idea. My children are amazing. How could I be the shit that I was the last 5 years to those 3 amazing kids? Yeah, they have issues. Daughter has issues. Aiden's got issues. Everyone has issues. But God, are they so amazing. Like, what the have I been doing the last 5 years? So I'm loving my kids. The more and more I remember about Ollie, the more and more I remember how much I love that damn kid. He's upstairs right now watching a movie, eating some chips, playing on a tablet, having some juice, playing with some blocks. I don't know how he's doing it all at once, but he is, because he's just that talented and multifaceted of a kid that he wants to do a billion things at once because that's just who he is. Like, my kids are awesome. And God, Yulia, my fiance, my love. Holy shit, how the fuck is she still here 5 years later? Like, how lucky am I that woman has been by my side the last 5 years despite all the shit? How lucky was I that when I crashed my fucking car, she didn't just throw me to the curb? I guess I threw myself to the fucking curb. Like, she's such an amazing person. She's kind and generous and loving. Sexy as fuck. I'm sure you guys have seen her. She's sexy as hell, ain't she? God, she's a sexy woman. She brightens up every room that she walks into, even when she's sad, which she's been sad a lot the last few days, for understandable reasons. And she still brightens the room. When she is around me, my freaking heart just tries to like jump out of my chest and surround her with a giant hug. I love her so much. She makes me so happy. So like, it's fucked up. All this shit is bad. Been happening for 5 years, leading up to me trying to kill myself, and suddenly I'm just happy-go-lucky Nate from 5 years ago. Everything's great. Fucking love my life. Love my house. Love my family. I don't love where our financial situation's at, but whatever. Now I'm in the right state of mind to do something about it. I've already got a new job. Got a freaking new job like yesterday. Like, what the fuck? And it sucks at the same time that I'm so happy and loving all this stuff in life, loving how amazing everything is. Like, I have this amazing life, this beautiful family, amazing kids, this killer, kick-ass studio that is a shithole right now, that I'm sure if Yulia walked in here, she'd tell me how much of a shithole it is. Maybe it's been worse than this. I don't fucking know. I've been depressed for 5 years, so I'm sure it's been a lot worse than this. Right now, I'm sitting in here, and it's a shithole. I gotta take care of this. I don't know where the fuck to put everything, because I don't know what everything's for, but it's a shithole. But it's my shithole, and I'm happy that I have it. I'm happy I have this house. I'm happy we got 2 working cars. Well, 1.5 working cars. Once my car's out of the shop, it'll be back to having 2 working vehicles. We have a dog now. When the fuck did we get a dog? All I remember 5 years ago is telling my fiance how much we shouldn't have pets. Because every time she brought a pet into the home, let's just say we weren't the best pet owners or the best pet keepers. And now we have a dog. And the dog seems happy. Link. Named after the Zelda series. He seems happy. Even though he seems to just be outside all the time. Whatever. He's a happy dog. He's a happy dog. Just petting him today. He's amazing. He's an amazing dog. Kids are afraid of him. The boys especially. But I mean, he's a happy dog. And I still have this loving person in my life. And it's hard for me to watch what's happening with her. Because, well, all this amazing stuff is going on. And I'm so happy with where my life is. Like, snapping back 5 years and snapping to the present. And like, holy shit, this is awesome. What an amazing life. I mean, fuck. Yulia and I had sex last night. And it was some of the best sex of my goddamn life. We did some shit that I thought could only happen in a fucking porno. It was amazing. And yet, she feels miserable. Like, she's miserable. And she's not mad that I'm happy. Stop telling everyone everything. Hey, I didn't tell him exactly what happened. Sorry, I didn't tell him exactly what happened. But like, let me just tell you, one item on the fantasy list checked off. Oh, it happened. You brought it up. You brought the whipped cream up, not me. God dang it. So like, I'm like in this amazingly happy place, and I'm seeing moments of happiness from Yulia. I am. Obviously, last night was a pretty big moment of happiness, but even today, I got her to smile a couple times in the car. Like, she can be happy with me, but like she's also miserable because I've been such a shit person for 5 years, and I don't remember it or remember all of it. And what I do remember makes me not want to be that person anymore. And then who I am today should make her happy. Like, who I am today is what she fell in love with. It's who she should want to be with. It's who she should want to build a future with and a life with. But yet, she's miserable because she's waiting, I think. She's just waiting for me to snap back. She's waiting for me to snap back into reality, right? I think that she's waiting for like that other shoe to fall, I believe, where, boom, I'm back to being depressed and want to kill myself or some shit. I think that's what she's, like, how could she be fully happy with me when, as my memories come back, how do you know I'm not going to just turn into what I was before? But what I do know is I don't want to become that person again. Whatever that person was, whatever depression shit I was going through, and as Yulia said, we don't need it. Like, she doesn't want the other shoe to drop. Nobody wants me to go back to what I was. Let me tell you, the way I am right now, this is the fucking Nate that I think everyone loves so much. This is the Nate that my family loved. This is the Nate my children loved, my fiance loved. This is the Nate my friends loved. This is the Nate that people grew up with and fucking thought is so awesome. That I'm such a great, amazing person. This is this is me. This is like actually me being me. And I haven't been that for 5 years. I don't know about with you guys. I'm sure there were moments. God damn it. And I don't want to go back to that. So obviously, if some of those feelings come back, hey, we got a $20 donation. Blessings to you and your family. Think Game Talk. Thank you so much for the $20, man. I don't know. It's through Streamlabs. Okay. You can donate through Streamlabs? Thanks for the $20. I appreciate that. What's the horse song? I don't know about any horse song. Anyways, I mean, what's the point of this stream? You know, I guess it's to try to get back into YouTube, maybe. Try to figure this thing out. Try to get back to making videos of some type. It's going to be a little bit because I got a lot of research to do and a lot of memories to get back. Like memories about the Switch and whatever game Octopath Traveler was. Apparently there's a SNES. I remember the SNES, but SNES Classic. Like try to remember what I did in this office. Try to remember how to edit videos, because I mean I'm gonna be honest, I am kind of enjoying the stream right now. I'm not reading a ton of the chat, but I am kind of enjoying the stream, which tells me that I probably enjoyed streaming and making videos before. I didn't enjoy it as much as Yulia and I went on a drive after we dropped off my car at the shop. And that was way nicer than now, but I mean, she's not home right now. So, and when I'm done with the stream, I'm going to go play with my youngest son and we're going to do something fun. I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, I was going to say, go jump on the trampoline. When the hell did we get a trampoline, babe? Like, when the hell did we get a trampoline? I've always wanted one. Now I have one. Although I probably shouldn't jump in it. Still, when the hell did we get a trampoline? 3 years ago. Okay, see? Like, God, I got a good life. I fucking love my life. I fucking love the woman I want to make my wife. I want to grow old with her and make her smile when she's sad. You know, she knows the song I'm talking about, that Adam Sandler song that he sang in Wedding Singers. But before any of that can happen, before I can grow old with her, before this life can come full circle and everyone can be as happy as I am, there's a lot of shit to get past. It'll be easier for the kids. Because they're kids. And showering them with love and being an amazing dad is going to rub off on them like that, I'm sure, because they're kids. And when the adult's mood changes and the adult is in a better space and being a better person and this and that and doing all this religious stuff I plan to do, it rubs off on them and it makes them happier. Like, kids are just easier to have them forgive and forget. Like, they don't even need to forgive. They're not even going to remember. I mean, they remember. You had Ollie yesterday. Oh, Ollie. Oh, he had to remind me what I used to be. Oh, yeah, we're talking to him. I think it was dinner time or something. I can't remember. Or lunchtime. I don't know. Yulia probably remembers better. It was just yesterday. And he said, go downstairs and work, Dad. Go downstairs and work, Dad. Don't play with me. Go downstairs and work. Because that's what I was doing before. I was abandoning my family and just never leaving this office or, I don't know, whatever. Like, I just worked. Worked, got paychecks. I'm not going to reveal where some of those paychecks went. Because there's been some other shit too, apparently. But I kind of look at the bright side of things too. As an example, someone brought a Game of Thrones. I don't know how Game of Thrones ends anymore, so I get to re-experience that, good or bad. I don't remember much of Breath of the Wild at all, so I get to kind of experience that again, which is sweet. I mean, how many people would love to experience one of their favorite games? Apparently, my favorite game of all time. Again, like that's kind of cool that I get to do that one of these days whenever I get a new Switch in the house. It's amazing that I can experience things with my family that maybe I've experienced before but didn't appreciate. And will now. That I get to experience new things with Yulia that maybe I've experienced before, didn't appreciate. Like a little trip that we might be going on Friday that I hope we're going. I'm crossing my fingers that we end up going on it. We already had the hotel booked and everything. It was a free hotel stay. That I don't know. I'm kind of pumped and looking forward to it because apparently we have a really good time at this place and I don't remember ever going to this place with her. So it'll be like the first time. Be like the first time all over again, and it's going to be awesome, and I'm really, really looking forward to it, assuming it all comes together, and she still wants to go, and all that stuff, and that we have a little bit of money for it. We don't need a ton of money, but we need some money for it, but whatever, we'll figure it out. I mean, last night happened again, too. Sorry. See what happens when I'm happy? Things just get blurted out. Last night happened again, too. Is it my turn to put the whipped cream on? Anyway, oh, man. And it's easy for people to just fuck with me right now. Like Yulia, she mentioned how she fucked with me earlier. I don't know if you guys saw that in the chat. She mentioned that after we had sex last night, she told me that it's time for her to go home. Like we had not been together, broken up, and she was just coming by for a booty call kind of thing. It's like, oh, she just hung out with me all day for the kids and then a booty call, and then she's out. Like, that's what she was. She was just fucking with, and I believed it. Because how, like, she looked at me all serious, and like, I don't remember. Like, maybe we really weren't together anymore, and I was just a booty call. I'm a damn good booty call, I'll tell you that. But, and if she's gonna booty call me, fuck. Booty call me for the next 50 years, babe. Hot damn. I'll give you a good time every time. But afternoon delight. I'm sure I sound crazy to you guys too. Like, I'm sure I sound absolutely insane. But I like it's just crazy to me that I'm so happy, but yet I know that she's so miserable because some bad shit went down that I don't remember all the feelings from it from. And then on top of that, there's still some like amazing stuff going on. My only goal right now, like my goal in life right now, my goal isn't even to remember everything. My goal is to get back to being financially stable again, whatever that ends up being. I already like have a new job that starts, I don't know, end of the week or next week or something. Get back into this YouTube thing and kind of balance all my work stuff with my kids and religion and my fiance and like right now my focus is balancing things and getting back to a better balance in life, because apparently I fucking suck at balancing things. Like I'm either extreme family or extreme work, and I haven't figured out how to like smash them together and make it so everything works. Like I can work, I can make money, and I can have my family and do all this shit, and I haven't figured out how to mishmash that all together. And that's what I am focused on now. On top of that, I'm focused on making that. Yulia, I'm staring at you, looking at you, focused on making you happy, getting your smile back, getting you back to being... What did you tell me earlier today? Hey, remember in the car? You told me you don't feel like yourself right now. Well, fuck. Let's get you back to being you, babe. Because you are an amazing person. And a lot of shit has happened. Eventually, we got to let bygones be bygones. Put the past behind us. Plow forward with a better, more positive attitude. You know who I learned that from? You. And I didn't take your advice for 5 fucking years. I'm going to take it now. Day by day, push forward. Be happy with what you got. Appreciate everything. Be happy and enjoy the life that we have. And I'm going to keep enjoying it for as long as this life lasts. Whether you stay with me, whether you leave me, whether the kids are with me, whether the kids are doing crazy things. And no, I didn't go to the hospital. I should have probably been in the hospital. Seizure. But I didn't go. And I'm not going to go. I'm sure that freaks people out that I'm not going to go. I've had head trauma one other time. Well, I've had head trauma a few times, to be honest. I had head trauma one other time as well, where I lost some memory for a bit. I hit my head on a mailbox. You can believe this. I hit my head on a... So I go to pick up a person who had fallen. I don't remember if they were jogging or what it was. And I went to help them up, and I freaking slipped helping them up. And we had this giant metal steel mailbox outside the apartment complex, and I freaking drilled my head on it. Next thing you know, I wake up not knowing who I am, how to tie my shoes, who my family is. It all came back to me within a couple days. Yeah, I didn't know Yulia. I didn't know any... Well, it was nice. I woke up that morning after hitting my head on the mailbox. And I looked over, and here's Yulia laying next to me, all naked and just looking sexy as fuck. And I'm like, damn, I hit that? What the fuck is she? I look down at me, I'm fat, and I look over at her, and she's sexy. I'm like, I hit that last night? How drunk was it? My head was killing me. I thought I just got plastered, and I didn't recognize the home, and I went home with her. I went off the side of the bed, and I saw I had a uniform for McDonald's, and I'm like, well, I must work at McDonald's because this stuff fits me. I tried to sneak out of the house, but I couldn't remember. Oh, man. And I felt bad, too, because, I don't just sleep around with people. I'm a relationship kind of guy. I got a 3-month rule with relationships. I got to date you to have sex with you. But yet here I am thinking I was wasted with a hangover and had sex with this amazingly hot person. And there was a kid in the house. And then that scared me because I'm like, oh, crap. There's a kid here. I don't know that a stranger should be in the house with this kid. I mean, you know what else I forgot after this one? My grandfather passed a year ago. That hit me hard for a moment. Then I got kind of over it. I don't know if I got over it. I kind of accepted it because obviously it's a pain I must have already went through. Someone mentioned that Etika died. That sucks. I barely remember who Etika is because I didn't watch him a lot 5 years ago, but I know that he streamed stuff on YouTube, was like a Nintendo streamer. So that sucks that he passed. I also read that Satoru Iwata passed. A lot of people have died in the last 5 years. So I'm trying not to cry about him because I probably already shed tears and did things about this in the past. And I'm in such a good mood. I think that's what makes it easy not to cry so much is I'm in a good mood. This life's fucking awesome. I love my life. I love my potential wife. Potential life. I love my actual children. I love that damn dog. I've only had him for 4 months, apparently. I love that dog. Apparently, I wear a ring now. My fiance's idea. I don't know. But I love it. Probably never take this thing off. Ever. Ever. It's just going to meld with my body. I also love these nuts. Anyways. I don't really have much else to say. I mean, you guys can ask questions if you want. I don't know what I'm going to remember. And babe, it's okay. I don't expect people to understand. They're not part of our life. Yulia, like they're not part of our life. They don't know. They don't know me, my health. They don't know anything. So you got to remember that people are just they're giving advice and saying things based off of, you know, what they would say to anyone versus actually knowing the person and knowing everything. So all I know, how do you sign up for my Patreon? I don't know. Maybe Yulia or Corey or one of the mods could tell you. I have no idea. I honestly don't know. I just mentioned that I read up that Iwata passed. So, I do know that Satoru Iwata passed. I also read that Reggie Fils-Aimé retired. Right? That's crazy. I mean, good for him, I suppose. Go to Patreon.com and search. Let me look here. Hold on. Maybe Patreon. Oh, hey, look. Something popped up in my search history. Patreon.com/Nintendo Prime. I guess this must be where... Here, I'll link it. This must be where you join. That must be where you join, I assume. I really have 43 people giving me money on Patreon. $236. You guys must love me. Holy shit. I don't feel like I deserve 43 patrons and $236. Holy shit. Donald Trump is president. Yeah. Was that last night, babe, that I noticed that Donald Trump was president? I'm like, what the fuck? Well, at least he should almost be done, right? Because it's been 5 years. Like, at least he should almost be done. Oh, he's running again. Ah, fuck. That was literally my reaction when I found out Donald Trump was president. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, of course. And because he became president, he'll probably win again. Oh, God. Donald Dump became president. Oh, man. The old Donald. Oh, I got to watch some funny stuff for the first time. Like, have you guys ever heard of the "fuck you Tony" or whatever thing on YouTube? It's hilarious. If you guys haven't, look up "fuck you Tony" or something on YouTube. If you don't, I've seen it before and thought it was hilarious. Didn't it felt like I saw it for the first time yesterday. Heard a a black guy comedy Chris Rock or something joke yesterday as well for my first time. Oh, it's called Don't Talk to Strangers. Okay, Don't Talk to Strangers. Well, I was watching Anchorman 2 for what felt like the first time yesterday because apparently Anchorman 2 happened. And I love Anchorman, and it was hilarious. Got interrupted for much better reasons. Well, actually, technically, we would have been probably would have finished Anchorman 2 if the kids would have went to bed. The boys were busy being superheroes. Ollie complained he can't fly in his Batman suit because he's going to be Batman for it was awesome. The boys were being funny, but they also were up late. And because they were up late, we never really finished Anchorman 2 because one thing led to another and whipped cream got involved. The party started. North Korea bombarded Mars. Yeah, okay. See, one thing I do remember is you don't believe anything you read on the internet, so I'm not going to believe anything that people say in the chat. Sorry if you're being honest or not, because I don't believe shit. Didn't you tell them that Ollie couldn't fly in his bed? Yeah, that's what I just said, Yuli. I said that Ollie was complaining he couldn't fly in his Batman costume. And he jumped off the top bunk, but he jumped onto like a beanbag thing, so he was fine. But he was like, I can't fly, Dad. Because he thought he could fly when he put on the Batman suit or whatever. You know Batman doesn't fly, but he doesn't care. It's a superhero. He thinks he can fly. Aiden put on his dinosaur costume. It actually looked a lot cuter on Aiden than I thought it was going to look in the picture. But what the hell? Okay, I'm not even going to type in Bowsette. I don't know what Bowsette is. I don't want to look up Bowsette. Batman falls with style. I guess that's a good way to describe Batman. What a crazy 72 hours. Just is. But I don't know. I'm in like a really good place mentally. Like just a really good place mentally. And that's what's so weird about all this in the end. Like I'm a person that believes everything happens for a reason. Maybe the reason to crash my car and bump my head was to smash my head. Was to snap me the fuck out of the haze I've been living in for 5 years, where the happy me, the true me, would come out in spurts. Probably particularly if Yulia and I were alone and having a date night or something. If we did date. Did we do date nights, babe? I think we did date nights once in a while. But wasn't there on the whole. So, yeah. I guess, I don't know what else to really say. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about? Anything? Well, I don't know. Do I say hi to people in the I feel like I usually say hi to everyone who's in the chat. I feel like I usually say hi to everyone. Feels like something that I would do. I usually say hi to people by name. Okay. Well, I know we're a little bit like an hour into the chat, but let me do my best here. See how far back up it'll let me go in the chat on YouTube here. Immortal Rooster. All right, so all the following people, thank you for coming out to this one-of-a-kind stream. Immortal Rooster, I'm a B78, Rose, Koopa Slayer, obviously the love of my life, Yulia. Thank you so much for coming by. I know that your sister has like a meeting or something going on right now, so guess you have nothing better to do. Plant Gang, Daniel Banda, Slain, Corey Bohm, Jared Rooks, Louis Guzman, who had some messages deleted. I'm not even bothering to look at them. Game Dave, Ariel Lazarus, Crispy Productions, Lunati, OSG 17, MSW Animations, Taslim Oyen, Just Cliff, Alejandro Solhes, John Bockenton. Let's see here. Shadow of Nexus, Nader Tots 1, Slain. I think I said Slain earlier. SSRCR85. Sweet Life of Dio Brando. John the Unthinkable. Oh, John. Maybe it's just John. Wow Guy TC. Scrolling down. Springman. You promised to close your Patreon and accept all donations. I don't believe that's something I would do. I think my patrons would tell me that. I don't think you're a patron. Doc Ido. I'm a Beast 78. Clayton Saint CYR. Abel Diaz. Piplup the Penguin. I like that name, Piplup. Let's see here. I'm scrolling on down. There's a lot of people in the chat. We got Snooja here as well. Thank you for watching. Mono something. My chat just jumped. Shadow King 1982. I think I said. Seahawks 24 rule. Sacha underscore GDGA. Playboy 182. Mark Boohager's here. Welcome. Must be another regular. I don't know. You're a mod. Legendary Link. All right. Let's see here. Yulia said, I'm not going to die. Hope not. I'm slowly remembering things. We will make it through this. Once again. Yeah. Yulia. What I do remember, something I do remember over the past 5 years, really, this really goes back the past 8 years with me and Yulia, as we make it through everything. I don't know how. I don't know why she stands by my side through some of the shit I put her through. I'm sure she probably thinks the same way around. I'm sure it goes both ways. That we like, why are you standing by my side through the show? Why are you standing by my side through this shit? Well, we always pull through things together. I remember that much. It was true 5 years ago, and it's probably still true to this day. The fact that she's still here and hasn't fucking tossed my ass to the fucking curb like she should have. Baby, you should have. You should have fucking thrown me out like a piece of trash. Because I was a piece of trash. But you didn't. And I appreciate you for not doing that. I appreciate you for loving me. I appreciate you for standing by my side and helping me through all this shit. Seriously. This is fucking crazy, is it? Like, goddamn, do we have one eventful life? Do we not? Are you not entertained? Seriously. Never a dull moment in this family, is there? Professional Baka. Let's go on. Witcher 3. Oh, someone asked me about games? Assume Witcher. See, the only reason I assume Witcher 3 is a game is because Witcher. I remember playing The Witcher 2, and I have it up on my shelf up there. So there's a third Witcher. What year did that come out? I wonder if I have that game. Yeah, I know Witcher's a book. I remember that. Help me remember what living a healthy life. Oh, she has. She yesterday yelled at me. I'm allowed to have a can of soda a day. I was about to have my second can yesterday at dinner time, and she bitched. She did what a good, loving person who doesn't want me to die does. She bitched until I dumped the thing out. I literally dumped the can down the drain and had some water. And she wasn't like being mean about it. She's just like, excuse me? Like, you know, like the whole, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? You know shit. And I'm down a lot of weight. Stepped on the scale again today. I am down to 220.2 pounds. And apparently Yulia told me I weighed 280 at my worst. So 59 pounds. 10 away from 69. Baby, you know when I hit 69 pounds of loss, you know what has to happen, right? Celebration. I also found out this piece of fat, so I had a hernia apparently, and this giant thing right here, this little piece of fat that came from inside my body, apparently it weighs 20 pounds. That was a fun fact. So 20 pounds of my weight is just like this freaking double hernia, even worse. It was a double hernia. And this giant piece of fat that they didn't remove during surgery. Apparently they said it should go away naturally as I lose weight, but 20 pounds that thing weighs, I found out. Holy shit. So when I say I weigh 200 and 21 pounds or whatever, yeah, I really weigh 201 if you suck the baby out of me. Yeah, Yulia reminded me I've been to E3. I didn't remember E3. Any of them. Gone for 10 days this year, apparently. And I remember looking at Yulia and saying, well, that doesn't sound like a good idea. To be gone for 10 days. It's a long-ass time. But I, again, was focused on work and not family and not balancing. And it's not that I shouldn't go to E3. It's that 10 days is a little extreme. Need to reduce that down. And I'm sure I have my reasons for wanting to do 10 days. But if she's not with me, then fuck that. Fuck that. Babe, if I'm doing 10 days next year, guess who's coming to LA on vacation with me? We'll go do something fun that's not in the city. I'm pretty sure the city of LA's got to be gross. Go to some beaches. Maybe go to frickin' Disney World. Eric can come too. Eric's probably like my camera guy when I go to E3. You can come with. We'll just have to get 2 rooms. It's all right. Or we're going to need to get like a suite that has a separate bedroom for you and me. Because I'm sorry to say, Eric, if you're watching, I need a little privacy with my woman in LA. Think she can walk around in one of those bathing suits and have things not happen? Come on. Let's be real. And hopefully by then I'm rocking a 6-pack or something. Or at least I'm skinny. So then she can look at me and be like, yeah, I want to tap that. Oh my God. Look what happens when I'm in a good mood. This shit just comes out of my mouth. 69 viewers. You can do the devil's three. No threesomes for me. Corey Bone's my second wife. Yeah, all right. This is psychotic. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? I think it's pretty crazy. Please tell me. Yeah, I remember loving the Zelda series, so yep. Still really like Zelda. Oh man. What a crazy life. No. Hey babe, when did I get this chair? This office chair, even though it's starting to fall apart, it's really comfortable. When the hell did I get this? Seriously. guys, look at this. I have like I have no pictures of any of my other kids in my office, but I have one of Melody. I do not remember this. This is my daughter in preschool. Isn't she gorgeous? That's my daughter right there. Love this woman. Well, I guess she's a girl right now, but she's going to become a woman. Amazing. Amazing girl. Sucks I don't remember her preschool days, but... She's the second lady in my life that I have fallen for. First being Yulia. Then through Yulia, fell for that little girl. Oh, I love Melody. She's doing so much better in school, apparently, than a year ago. It's awesome. You made an entire stream of an empty chair. Sure. Sounds like something I would do. Maybe I should make an entire stream of like a video game controller. Here you go. I'm really, really calm for having a night. As Yulia said, it's because I'm like, that's a weird thing. Like, I was so happy 5 years ago, and that's like the way I feel now. And I'm overwhelmed with like this. A lot of amazing things have happened in the last 5 years. Fucker as happy as can be. Like, a lot of amazing things, like, a lot of shitty things have happened. A lot of things, because of me, have happened. I haven't been the man that I was. I hadn't been the lover I should have been. The fiance I should have been. The husband figure. The father figure. The provider. I haven't been what I should have been. And that sucks. And that has led to pretty much every single issue that exists in my world today, whether it's with Yulia, the kids, or me crashing my damn car. All of it comes back to me not being the person that I truly am. And me getting depressed and burying shit and not sharing it with my love and letting her help me through all this shit so I could just keep being me. And oh my God, babe, I promise for the rest of my fucking life, I'm going to share with you everything. Not going to keep anything away from you, well, unless it's a surprise. If I want to surprise you with something. We're going to Vegas, babe! Woo! I wanna. Big mouth. Wait, is that... Okay, so I was on Netflix today, babe, and I saw Big Mouth was obviously something I've watched, and there's a new season of it. So there must be a new season that we haven't watched together. So I can watch the first 2 seasons, and then we can watch the 3rd season together. Sure, it's not doesn't look kid appropriate at all. Oh my God, I can't wait to watch that. When I'm done with this stream, if Ollie doesn't want to do anything, I might be watching some Big Mouth. But like, I've done a lot of dumb things to fuck up I probably did a lot of dumb things with this channel as well. I've noticed that, like, although my last video looks like it did well viewership wise, I've been all over with the channel. I could tell just by looking back on videos. So my mental state has definitely affected the channel as well. And but like, because of my mental state and the way that I was and not treating people right, not being the man I want to be, not being the man I am right now. The person I am right now, this is me, guys. This is literally what I have been for the entirety that Yulia and I were dating for the first 3 years. Like, this is me. The happy, so fucking thankful a woman like Yulia is in my life. Her complex layers and everything you peel back, and I just love her more and more and more and more for fucking all of that. I love her even more for still fucking being here after 5 years. How the fuck you've dealt with my fucking fat, freaking hiding shit ass over the goddamn fucking 5 years. How the fuck you dealt with it, but I'm so appreciative you're still fucking here. Still here. Still love you so goddamn much. Oh my God, babe. How can I not be happy every moment I see you? Even though I can feel your pain. I can feel your sadness over all the shit that's happened. God damn, baby. You are amazing. I mean, so many amazing things. This house. I have a fucking studio. It's a shithole right now. I need to fix that. Probably should fix it today. It is a shithole, but it needs to be fixed. I have 3 amazing kids that are growing up right before our eyes. I've got a woman standing by my side. I've got apparently a semi-successful YouTube channel. Don't work at Zelda Informer anymore. That was kind of a shocker, but it is what it is. I've been to fucking E3 a few times apparently. That was always a dream. Done that 3 times now. Sweet. I got a trampoline in my backyard. Like, fuck yeah, trampoline. Fuck yeah. Got a dog. I got a bed that's not broken. You guys might not know this. At the old apartment, we had a queen mattress, but we had a box spring that was broken that had wood chunks sticking out of it that would like stab you in the middle of the night if you moved to the wrong spot. And now we have like an actual bed frame with a real bed and a decent mattress. And I can tell you right now, Mark, that every time I hit my head, this doesn't happen. I've had many concussions in my life and hit my head a bunch of times. Only twice has it ever affected my memory. Only twice. I know it doesn't sound good when you say, "Man, he's had a lot of concussions." Man, he hits his head all the time. Well, I mean, just like a normal human being. You know, you play sports, do other things. Like you get concussions to your head. You don't always forget shit. Yeah, like, goddamn, like, how can I not be happy with this life? It's not perfect, of course, but God, compared to 5 years ago, I am doing good. Doing better than good. Doing fucking fantastic. And babe, I know it's been hard. Can't blame you. I really can't. I feel that pain. But goddamn. Please tell me. I got you to smile during the stream, didn't I? Don't lie. You have smiled a few times. You've laughed a few. Don't lie to me. I know I can't literally see you, but I feel like I'm looking into your soul right now. Don't lie to me. You've laughed. You've smiled. Told you I'd make you do it before the end of the day. Told you. Didn't know I'd be in the stream because I didn't know you were going to be at the stream. Do you come to my streams all the time? Maybe you do. I don't. Paul Blurt Mall Cop 4. What? You got to vacuum the house later, man. Only 2 Blarts. And then you make another Paul Blart movie, though. There's a Luigi's Mansion 3. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I bet I did say it was going to be my game of the year. Freaking love Luigi's Mansion. I mean, I should worry about getting a Switch and trying to remember everything. As Yulia said, it takes about a week. It took a week last time. But, like, I'm not afraid of, like, I want to remember everything. But I want to remember everything, even the bad times. Who are a Nintendo Prime t-shirt right now. Someone bought a Nintendo Prime t-shirt? Hey, hold on. 1 second. Apparently, I have Nintendo Prime t-shirts. Hey, Nintendo Prime. It's upside down. Nintendo Prime. Wonder why I went with the bomb for the logo. Bomb thing. But everything should come back, and I don't want to. I want to remember everything, but I want to remember everything. You also play mini casino games on my phone. But I do want to remember everything, but I want to remember everything with my fresh perspective on life. And that's what's been so nice about as the memories come back. I'm starting to remember some of the really bad stuff. I'm starting to remember some of the stuff I buried. I'm starting to remember bits and pieces of things. And as things come back, what's been nice is that my attitude hasn't changed. My mood hasn't changed. My outlook on life hasn't changed. I feel like I'm whole. I'm complete. And what's cool about this outlook is that as these bits and pieces come back to my brain that I'm remembering that led to all of the bad crap, I am hitting it with this fresh perspective that makes me realize exactly where I made my mistakes, where I made the wrong decision, where I didn't share the right information, where I hid things, where I was too afraid to say something, where I treated my children in ways that I shouldn't have and should have acted with more patience and more kindness, where I should have been better towards my fiance, where I should have been better towards my parents. I remember some moments with my parents that I could have handled better. I'm remembering bits and pieces from Nintendo Prime streams as I'm streaming right now that I could have handled differently. I remember a lot of things that are just slowly coming back to me that aren't affecting who I am right now because I'm seeing it with the Nate of 5 years ago. Like I'm able to look at it with this lens of I'm so appreciative and so happy with my life and loving my kids and loving all this stuff and loving my fiance that I'm able to see it with this perspective of like almost an outsider looking inside a stranger's head. If that makes sense? Like I'm on the outside, I'm looking back into this lens of my life and I'm able to be like, man, I can see the progression a little bit. I could see the progression of me becoming less and less like myself the last 5 years. I could see it. Like I could see that progression. But because I can now see that progression, like it's like I almost know how not to let it happen again. I know how to not let myself progress down that hole. And it starts first and foremost by always being open and honest with my fiance about things I'm thinking, whatever it might be. And letting her know everything. Now, when I say like I'm hiding stuff, I'm not like I'm like hiding. Oh, I'm cheating on her. I'm not hiding like anything. It was more so emotional things I was feeling. The way the kids made me feel a certain way, or the way other people, other family members made me feel a certain way, and like I just wouldn't tell her because I didn't want to stress her out, and then it would stress me out without me sharing it with anyone, and then I would never let that stress out. Stuff. It's kind of like stuff like that. It just builds up over time, and before you know it, you're just stressed out all the time and feeling miserable. And I wasn't. The weird thing is, looking back on what I remember, the misery really, it wasn't that I hated my kids or that I hated Yulia or that I hated my life. It wasn't that I hated it because I wouldn't have been able to be so happy in some moments. it wasn't about hating hating the people that helped cause some of the stress. It was about not, how do I put this? I'm trying to think of a good way to put this. It was about battling everything inside myself instead of letting somebody else battle these emotions with me. Instead of letting Yulia into my brain and help me conquer this crap together, I was so afraid that it would tear her down. And what ended up happening is I tore her down. So, that being said, now that I have this fresh perspective, which is nice, one benefit of it, this fresh perspective, is I'm able to see what led to that and just not do that again. Because I don't want to be that way. How I am right now, this happy. Like, Yulia has told me consistently in the last 2 days, she is thrilled that I am happy. Like, that I am back to what I used to be. She has probably been waiting for me to be back to this for 5 years. Like, just waiting. 4 years, 3 years, whenever it started. Whenever the downward turn started. And I'm back, baby. Maybe not to you guys, because you didn't know me 5 years ago, but I'm back. And I heard someone say, oh, this new you is annoying. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're annoyed by who I am now. But I am who I am, and I'm not going to apologize for it. You can take it or you can leave it. When I start putting up some fresh videos on whatever it is, yeah, you can take it or leave it, I guess. And I'll be able to do more and more videos as more things come back to me. I'm starting to remember, even now as I talked about Switch earlier, I'm starting to remember bits and pieces of the Switch. Like, I remember picking it up at launch with Breath of the Wild with Eric. I think we did an unboxing video. Like, I'm remembering bits and pieces. It's just gonna be a little bit for it all to come back, and then I can talk knowledgeably about video games again with you guys. So, I'm just asking, like, give me a few days, give me the rest of the week to kind of piece it all back together before I start doing things again. But hey, I am in this stream. I'm probably gonna stream for another, I don't know, few minutes, not too much longer. You guys have anything you want to say, anything you want to ask? Talking about all the stuff you're re-experiencing is great content. Yeah, but I have a feeling it's going to all be back by the end of the week, and I'm going to remember everything. No, you're not muted, Doc Ido. The Yoshi in the background is going to make it big one day. You eventually play Switch games? Yeah. I mean, once I get a new Switch, whenever I can afford it. I have some other financial stuff I need to get straightened out first. Yeah, he's in his Ollie's in his room. I know he's been there for about an hour and a half. He's in his room. He'll be okay. He's literally above me, like right here. I can hear like everything he's doing. But I'm gonna be logging out here in a couple minutes. So, what are you gonna talk about on YouTube? Video game stuff, Switch stuff. As soon as I start to remember enough to actually talk knowledgeably about it. Koopa Slayer, I just want to tell you you're an awesome person, and I enjoy all your channel, and rooting for you to get better and enjoy life again. Oh, and there my son is yelling for dad. See? All right, that's my sign to get out of here. Thank you so much. Hey, they Streamlabs. Okay, Think Game Talk. Thank you so much for the $20 that you donated before. That might have been. I think it's the only one. I don't see any others for today. So thank you so much for that. The stream really wasn't about making money. I don't know. It was just about venting and talking and trying to get back into YouTube a little bit. The stream probably won't be live after the fact if I remember how to private it, because it's obviously pretty personal, pretty extreme, and I don't necessarily want this to overshadow whatever else I'm doing on the channel. I just figured for our regulars out there, that might be regular viewers, you guys deserve an explanation. So now you got it. Feel free to share it with other regulars if they ask what's been going on. But I don't really want to. Hopefully, I don't have to talk about this much again. Hopefully, happy, positive Nate's here to stay, and you guys will get a happy, positive, knowledgeable about Switch stuff Nate in the future. All right, later, guys.